Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to the Irish Yard for game number 2. Featuring the visiting Springfield Tigers and the home team, the Bold Warriors. Let's read the starting lineups. First, for the Springfield Tigers, head coach by Brandon Wilhelmy, assisted by Al Wilhelmy and Jason Knockreiner. Leading off will be the catcher, number 12, Jacob Knockreiner. Batting second, center fielder number 10, Russell Beers. Batting third, the third baseman number 5, Cade Knockreiner. Batting fourth, the second baseman number 4, Jackson Ludwig. Batting fifth, the first baseman number 14, Aiden Moriarty. Batting sixth, the pitcher number 16, Noah Nepperman. Batting seventh, the left fielder number 8, Lucas Milbrath. Batting eighth, the right fielder number 6, Brecken Heiling. And batting ninth, the shortstop number 15, Braden Sturm. Now let's meet the starting lineup for the Bold Warriors, head coach by Brian Kingery, assisted by Derek Flann and Trent Athman. Leading off, the catcher, number 7, Tate Sheehan. Batting second, the pitcher, number 1, Hunter Melvin. Batting third, the center fielder, number 3, Max Benson. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 6, Rylan Gass. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 12, Jack Kaiser. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 13, Owen Flan. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 10, Hayden Edwards. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 15, Gavin Hammerschmidt. And batting ninth for the Bold Warriors, second baseman, number 5, Nolan Braulick. Baseball fans, if you have family or friends that are unable to attend today's ball game, no worries. They can still check it out on our live stream. Go to milroyirish.com/live. That will forward you right to our YouTube channel, streaming baseball all season long here at the Irish Yard. That's milroyirish.com/live. You can see it up on the video board out in right field. Leading off the top of the first for the Springfield Tigers, catcher number 12, Jacob Knockreiner. And good afternoon, baseball fans, here on the Irish Yard Baseball Network. As the pitcher for the Bold Warriors will be the home team here in game number 2, Hunter Melvin delivers a first pitch strike to the batter, Jacob Knockreiner. So the pitcher, Melvin, just misses there. Evens it up, 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch, this one grounded right back to the pitcher. Toss it over to first for the out. Now batting the center fielder, number 10, Russell Beers. Russell Beers, the lefty, steps in, takes a big hack at that one. Nice inside cut pitch by the pitcher. Hunter Melvin for the Bold Warriors gets ahead of the batter here. No balls, 1 strike. Back-to-back strikes as the pitcher, Melvin, gets ahead of the number 2 batter, Russell Beers. Beers playing center field today here in game number 2. As he slaps this one the other way. Third baseman gloves it, going to have to make a strong throw. It's over as the first baseman has to jump up for it. I think Beers might have been safe, even with an accurate throw. So we're going to go ahead and give him a hit. Now batting the third baseman, number 5, Cade Knockreiner. First pitch is inside for a ball. So we got 1 on, 1 out here in the top half of the first. We're missing our scoreboard operators out in left field. So hopefully we don't miss too much action. Uh-oh, runner caught off guard, but the ball gets away from the first baseman on the pickoff attempt. As Russell Beers a little shaken up as he dove back into first. As he is to be in a little bit of pain here. And they're going to be calling for the trainer here. So Russell Beers is down at first after he gets back in safely after the pickoff attempt. As the trainer does come out onto the field, Beers has not really moved much. We're going to step aside while they take a look at him. So it looks like the trainer is looking at the shoulder of Russell Beers here. Still sitting down with the hand on first base. Time has been called, so he can take his hand off of the bag if he wants to. There we go. As he does get up, he'll be helped off. He'll be able to walk back to the dugout. Running over at first base for Russell Beers, number 13, Grant Keene. What's the count? 1 ball, 1 strike? Oh. Oh, 1 ball, no strike. 2 balls and no strikes to the batter, Cade Knockreiner, with a pinch runner, Grant Keene at first. This one is high, 3-0. So that'll be a 4-pitch walk. Now batting the second baseman, number 4, Jackson Ludwig. So the pitcher, Hunter Melvin, trying to find his groove after the long pause in the action after the injured Russell Beers has helped off the field. Able to find the strike zone here to lead things off in this at-bat against Jackson Ludwig. No balls and a strike. Runners at first and second here in the top half of the first. Really unfortunate to see a player go down with an injury right off the bat here. Hopefully Russell Beers will be okay, as this one's fouled back into the netting. Quickly, 2 strikes to the batter, Jackson Ludwig. Batting in the cleanup spot today here in game number 2. After this one, the Tigers will be done. And then the Bold Warriors and Redwood Valley Cardinals will be playing game number 3 here at the Irish Yard. First game already in the books. Springfield won that one over Redwood Valley. 7-0 as Ludwig will take one off of that big pad on his left elbow. Oh, no, they're going to say he leaned into it. And so that's going to be a strikeout called for the second out. Now batting the first baseman, number 14, Aiden Moriarty. So because Jackson Ludwig kind of leaned the shoulder in, didn't try and get out of the way, it'll be ruled a strike, and with that being the third strike, Ludwig will be sent back to the dugout for the second out. Still runners at first and second now, 2 down. Count is 1 ball, no strikes to the batter, Aiden Moriarty. The pitch just off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0. This one lifted in the air, fouling out of play right side. So according to a source, looks like Russell Beers a dislocated shoulder. That is the early prognostication from the trainer, as big hack there by Moriarty. Can't connect. It kind of looked like it, just the way they were working on it. So definitely a painful injury, but hopefully something that he'll be able to bounce back from relatively quickly. The 2-2. In the air, high in the air, towards shallow center field. Center fielder actually backing up a couple steps. And he's got it for out number 3. Good job tracking that one by Max Benson. As Springfield threatens here in the top of the first, but they failed to score, leaving a couple runners stranded on base. In the top of the first for the Springfield Tigers, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. Due up for the Bold Warriors in the bottom of the first, Tate Sheehan, Hunter Melvin, and Max Benson. Yeah, do we have a scoreboard operator now?
Did you leave this back? Go back in the bag.
He gave him an error on that? It wasn't a bad throw. He would have been safe even with a good throw. He was already there by the time the ball was there.
The thought is that he's there, good throw or bad throw, we gave it a hit.
Because he was already there. He was already there.
He wasn't.
He was... He didn't bobble.
We're saying he didn't bobble it here at all, so
He scooped it and threw it.
he ain't changing it.
He's not going to change it. That's okay.
I didn't.
Either way. Leading off the bottom of the first for the Bold Warriors, catcher number 7, Tate Sheehan. So Tate Sheehan steps in, first time today for the Bold Warriors, leading things off as he watches a pitch from Noah Nepperman, a little bit low for a ball. So we have a high fly ball out to left field. Left fielder's on his horse, backing up, tracks it, and he's got it. As that one got kind of hung up by the wind. Wind's moving pretty hard left to right. Left fielder given enough time to come up with the play for the first out. Now batting the pitcher, number 1, Hunter Melvin. So Tate Sheehan gave it a ride, but the left fielder for the Springfield Tigers, Lucas Milbrath, makes the play. Nobody on, 1 out, bottom half of the first. Big cut there. On the outside pitch, 1 ball, 1 strike. Another cut, 1-2. And another swing and a miss for strike 3 in the second out. Now batting the center fielder, number 3, Max Benson. So Benson steps in with nobody on, 2 outs, bottom half of the first. As Noah Nepperman for the Tigers. The lefty working quickly. The first pitch in this one runs high and inside for a ball. Special thanks to all the folks tuning in on our YouTube channel. If you want a shout out, go ahead and leave your name or whoever else you want shouted out in the comments. We'll go ahead and pass that info along. Foul tip, catcher holds on, 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 in the air right side. That'll make it into the foul territory, out of play. Bounces off the netting of the batting cage. Benson today batting in the 3 spot. In the order on deck is Rylan Gass. If Benson's able to reach the 2-2. Fouls this one straight back. He's on it. Here's the 2-2 once again. Fouled off again by Benson. Benson staying alive here in the bottom half of the first. The 2-2. Inside, 3-2. So Benson able to battle off a couple of tough pitches. Runs the count full. Trying to get a 2-out rally started here in the bottom of the first. As this pitch runs low and away for a ball. Now batting the first baseman, number 6, Rylan Gass. Gas steps in, looking down the third base line to head coach Brian Kingery. With a runner at first, that's Max Benson. Nepperman, the lefty, deals. Tried to get that one to tail back over the zone, but it stayed inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Just seems like left-handed pitchers, they're really skilled at throwing that two-seam fastball. That has some bite to it, as this one is lifted in the air right side and foul out of play. A ball and a strike to the batter, Ryland Gass. Batting cleanup today for the Warriors. With a runner at first, 2 down, bottom half of the first, as Nepperman will throw it down to first, in between the bags, but nobody covers the bag at second. An unconventional stolen base for Max Benson, as they had him picked off. Throw down to first as Benson was taken off for second. First baseman threw it down to second, but the shortstop was a little late covering the bag. So now, just like that, Benson in scoring position. Ryland Gass with a 1-1 count from Noah Nepperman. Here it comes. Grounded up the third baseline foul. Good scoop by the coach out at the third base side of things. Rips it right back to the pitcher. Nepperman able to get ahead of the batter here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trying to close out this first inning, leaving that runner stranded at second. The pitch. Fouled up towards the third base dugout. So once again, these bold Warriors batters able to fight off a couple of tough pitches. Max Benson most recently able to run it to a full count, ultimately drawing a walk. Here, though, Gass still behind, 1-2. The pitch. Chops it right off a home plate, goes right to the pitcher. Nepperman turns, fires, and a good scoop and a hold on there at first for the out. 1-3 on the putout. Closes out the chance for the bold Warriors here in the first. In the bottom of the first for the bold Warriors. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Do it for the Tigers in the second. Noah Nepperman, Lucas Milbrath, and Brecken Heiling. Nice little wedding song. Leading off the top of the second for Springfield, the pitcher, number 16, Noah Nepperman. 2 balls, 1 strike. As this one is low, 3-1. So the Tigers, Noah Nepperman steps in with a hitter's count, 3 balls, 1 strike, looking to give this one a ride, and instead watches it low for a ball. So he'll jog up to first with a walk to lead things off here in the second. Now batting the left fielder, number 8, Lucas Milbrath. So the leadoff man reaches in Nepperman, standing at first. We got Milbrath up to bat. Nobody out. Top half of the second. Still scoreless between Bold and Springfield. Pitch is in there for a called strike. Good frame job by the catcher. As it looked maybe a little bit outside, able to bring it back right as it came across the plate. So Tate Sheehan helping out Hunter Melvin here. Able to get ahead of the batter. No balls, 1 strike with a runner at first. Hopping around over at first is the runner. He's looking to go for 2, but this one's going to be fouled off the left side out of play. Two strikes to the batter. Lucas Milbrath with Brecken Heiling on deck. Tigers win that first game of the day, 7-0 over the Redwood Valley Cardinals. Trying to make it 2 in a row here against the Bold Warriors as this one's grounded up the first base side. First baseman gloves it, bobbles it for a moment, throw it down to first. Is not in time. The hustle play by Lucas Milbrath, able to beat it out. So we're going to rule that one an error as it was bobbled by the first baseman for a second or two, which allowed the runner to reach safely. So running at second for the pitcher. Running over at second base for the pitcher is number 1, Caden Anderson. Getting some warm-up pitches. I think he hurt himself, just trying to making sure he's okay. Oh well. Here's the right fielder, number 6, Brecken Heiling. As the play is made at first. So they...
Did you see the first baseman bobble it?
Now batting the shortstop, number 15, Braden Sturm. So 1 ball, no strikes to the batter. Sturm watches a pitch for a called strike. Big spot here for both squads early on in this ball game. Still scoreless. Tigers threatening with just one out. Runners in scoring position at second and third. As Coach Wilhelmy down at third, getting the signs across to the runners and the batter. Sturm batting in the number 9 spot here with a count of 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch, looking to bunt. It goes inside. In trouble is the runner coming down from third. They throw it down to third. He's caught in a pickle. He'll throw it home, and that sails over the head. And they'll throw it back. The throw comes into home, not in time. Not a good throw there by the third baseman back to home. That allows the run to score. So Nepperman's courtesy runner, Caden Anderson, caught in a pickle for a moment, able to get down to home safely. And on the play, Lucas Milbrath finds himself at third base as well. Two balls and a strike, not 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes after that called strike there to Braden Sturm. We go back to the top of the order with the catcher, number 12, Jacob Nachreiner. So we got runners at the corners, first and third, 1 out. As Tigers already with 1 run across, threatening to add at least 1 more. As the pitcher, Melvin, will step off, get the runner to retreat back to third base. As Milbrath hopping around out there, trying to get the pitcher distracted, looking to bunt, pulls it back right down the middle for a called strike. The throw down to third, bounces off the cleat of Milbrath, rolls into foul territory. But everybody's going to be safe. In the process, Braden Sturm able to steal second. As it kind of looked like Springfield was trying to put on the double steal there, but the catcher was content with the stolen base to second, did not want that stolen base from third to home. As this pitch is just a little high for a ball. Count is even, 1 ball and a strike, 1 out. Runners at second and third. A huge secondary. Not quite sure where that one missed. But it is 2 balls and a strike. That one runs inside, 3-1. So the pitcher, Hunter Malvin, understandably a little frustrated after he feels like he should have got a couple strike calls, but still got to stay focused here and try and get this batter out without allowing another run across. Milbrath dancing around over at the third base bag. Ripped over to the right side. Infield playing in, but they'll throw it to first for the out. RBI for Nachreiner. 2 down. Now batting the center fielder. Correction. Well, center fielder, I think. Number 13, Grant Keene. We're going to have to double check, because I don't know. So we're going to have to double check to make sure Grant Keene is playing center field in that next half inning. I don't think any of us checked. No balls and a strike to Keene. High and outside. So 2 runs have come across. Braden Sturm, the shortstop for the Tigers, sitting at third as there's a swing and a miss for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs the pitch. Away, 2-2. Swing and a miss there. Grant Keene strikes out to close out this top half of the second, but the Tigers do score 2. They lead 2-0 as we move to the bottom of the second. In the top of the second for the Springfield Tigers, 2 runs. No hits. 2 errors. And 1 runner left on base. Do it for the Bold Warriors, Jack Kaiser, Owen Flynn, and Hayden Edwards. So Keene is out in right field. Number 6. Wait, what? Yep. So now we have confirmation Grant Keene is out in right field. In center field is number 6, Brecken Heiling. Leading off the bottom of the second for the Bold Warriors, shortstop number 12, Jack Kaiser. So Warriors up to bat. As Jack Kaiser batting in the 5 spot for the Bold Warriors. Looks at a pitch off the plate, 1-0. Here's the second one. Swings at that one, fouls it straight back, 1-1. A ball and a strike. Lifted in the air, right side. First baseman, back it up. Over his head, can't come up with it. A bloop single for Jack Kaiser. Finds the soft spot over in right field for a leadoff single. Now batting the left fielder, number 13, Owen Flynn. So Flynn steps in, batting in the 6th spot, playing left field for the Warriors. With a runner at first, nobody out. Chance for the Warriors to gain at least 1, maybe 2 runs back as they find themselves down 2-0. Pitcher for the Springfield Tigers, Noah Nepperman, deals a first pitch foul tipped. That's away from the catcher, so the count goes to no balls, 1 strike. On deck for the Warriors, Hayden Edwards. Couple 2-3 step lead for the runner at first, Jack Kaiser. Ground ball left side. Double play ball. Toss over to second. There's one. Throw down to first is not in time as it does get away from the first baseman. The throw was a little bit late anyways. But they do get the lead runner at second on the fielder's choice. And Flan finds himself at first with one out. Now batting the third baseman, number 10, Hayden Edwards. So Edwards steps in, first at bat today, playing third base. Pitch is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Want to give a shout out to Tara, watching all the way from Rock Rapids. Couple pitches off the plate as Nepperman misfires a little bit there. Really kind of neat to see where all the folks are tuning in from across the state, the country, and who knows, maybe beyond. As they check the runner at first. Back in safely. Count remains 2 balls, no strikes. Nepperman takes a look at the runner at first. From the stretch he deals. Right down Broadway for a called strike. The 2-1, runner's going down to second. Ball gets away from the catcher. I believe the check swing did not go across, so it is, in fact, 3 balls and a strike. As Flan steals a base, now in scoring position at second. This one's fouled off, straight back. We also got Noah's uncle, Dustin, watching all the way from Two Harbors today. Thank you, Dustin, for tuning in. It's a perfect afternoon for baseball here at the Irish Yard as this pitch is low. Gets away from the catcher. The runner at second will move up to third. We're going to have runners at the corners. As Flan able to reach third on the passed ball. Now batting the right fielder, number 15, Gavin Hammerschmidt. So the Bold Warriors, Gavin Hammerschmidt. Anytime you got the name Hammer in your name, you better be a baseball player. As he rips this one out to right, but that'll bloop foul and out of play towards the right side. Once again, the Bold Warriors threatening a little bit here, trying to get at least 1 run back with just the 1 out. Got to avoid the double play ball here. That would crush the momentum that you're trying to gain. The 0-1. That's low, 1-1. We're going to have a chat at the mound. Coach Brandon Wilhelmy going over some things with Noah Nepperman. Count is 1-1, 1 out. Runners at first and third. Springfield leading Bold 2-0 here in the bottom half of the second as Nepperman, the lefty, comes home with the pitch. He tries to swing or tries to bunt at it. Can't come up with it. 1-2. But it works out okay because it does allow Hayden Edwards to steal second. So the infield going to be playing in for the Springfield Tigers, trying to prevent any runs coming across. Here in the bottom of the second, holding on to that 2-run lead. Hammerschmidt in a big spot here. The 1-2 swings and misses for the second out. Now batting the second baseman, number 5, Nolan Brolick. So Nolan will step in, the number 9 batter. Big spot here for the Bold Warriors. They had a runner in scoring position in the first, and they left him stranded there at second. Good swing here by Nolan as he's able to foul it straight back. Just reading that comment, I need to make my way back to the Duluth Two Harbors area again. It's probably been 5-10 years since I've been out there. Absolutely gorgeous area. No balls and a strike. The pitch. Now 0-2. Just caught the outer edge of the plate for a called strike. Nepperman trying to leave a couple runners stranded in scoring position here in the second. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled off left side into the netting. So Nolan Brolick stays alive here, playing second base for the Bold Warriors. Trying to keep this inning alive, trying to flip that order over back to the top with Tate Sheehan on deck. The 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3 and out number 3. Nepperman gets out of this jam by striking out back-to-back batters. Through 2, score remains 2-0 in favor of Springfield. In the bottom of the second for the Bold Warriors, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. Do it for the Springfield Tigers here at the top of the third. Cade Knockreiner, Jackson Ludwig, and Aiden Moriarty. Baseball fans, we invite you to swing on by the concession stand here at the Irish Yard Shenanigans as we got pizza brats available for you. We definitely appreciate your support here at the Irish Yard. If you don't want to try a pizza brat, don't worry. We got a variety of other great food and drink options available here at Shenanigans, the concession stand at the Irish Yard. Leading off the top of the third for Springfield, third baseman number 5, Cade Knockreiner. Here we go. Got to make sure all my correct buttons are pushed. As the pitcher, Hunter Melvin, deals a first pitch strike to Cade Knockreiner. Cade walked, but was stranded at first in the first. Here he swings at the second pitch, fouls it off over the netting. Gotta love that support. Even from hours away, hundreds of miles away. This one's lifted in the air right side. That'll make it towards the parking lot. Got a lot of smart baseball fans here. Nobody's really parked too close to the field. Sometimes we see a couple of folks that like that front row parking, and then sometimes they pay for it. This pitch high and away for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes from Melvin. High 2-2. A high fly ball down the right field line goes foul and out of play. So the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. To the batter, Cade Knockreiner, batting in the 3 spot here today. Game number 2 for the Tigers. First game got underway at 10 o'clock this morning. Springfield able to top the Redwood Valley Cardinals. 7-0 the final there. The 2-2 in the air right side. Will this stay in the air long enough for the right fielder to catch? No, he drops it. Gets by his glove, rolls almost all the way to the warning track. And just like that, Knockreiner finds himself at second base. Should have been caught for sure. Now batting the second baseman, number 4, Jackson Ludwig. So we got Cade Knockreiner standing at second after the error on the right fielder. I think it's because we can probably put money towards things that most schools don't have the money to put towards. I think that's pretty fair as far as we're able to do what we do here because we're a private field, family owned. As the bunt is down, that'll move the runner up to third. Good sack bunt by Ludwig. Moves the runner up 90 feet closer. Now batting the first baseman, number 14, Aiden Moriarty. But we definitely do appreciate the kind comments. Try and bring a A-plus experience to both the viewers watching on YouTube and here at the field. As this one is fouled, the right side out of play. No balls and a strike. Ground ball left side. They'll throw it home as the runner is going to be tagged out for out number 2. Knockreiner tried to hustle home. Heads up play. They'll get the 6-3 fielder's choice. Or 6-2 fielder's choice. Now batting the pitcher, number 16, Noah Nepperman. So now Nepperman steps in. Runner at first. They'll check him. Moriarty back in safely. Nepperman today at the plate. Walked and scored back in the second to lead things off. As he fouls this one up the first base side, goes towards the dugout. They'll toss it right back to the pitcher. As Nepperman, the lefty, facing the righty Melvin, the 0-1. Nice break on that one, just caught the outside edge. As the pitcher, Hunter Melvin, gets ahead of the batter here, Noah Nepperman. The 0-2. High, 1-2. As Moriarty had a pretty big secondary lead there, over there at first. The catcher kind of saw maybe there's a chance to throw him out at first, but he'll hold on to the baseball. The 1-2. And that got him. So Nepperman, the pitcher, gets beaned by that pitch. Melvin was ahead in the count, 1-2, so he misfires there. Courtesy running for the pitcher over at first, number 1, Caden Anderson. Now batting, the left fielder, number 8, Lucas Milbrath. So Nepperman reaches once again. First time was a walk. This time he got drilled. Caden Anderson running for him over at first base. Springfield trying to add on to their lead. 2-0 right now as this one's grounded. Right side, first baseman gloves it. Tosses over to the pitcher covering the bag for out number 3. 3-1 on the putout. Milbrath is down, and so are the Tigers here in the top half of the third. Score remains 2-0 in favor of Springfield. In the top of the third for Springfield. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 2 runners left on base. Due up for the Bold Warriors in the bottom of the third, Tate Sheehan, Hunter Melvin, and Max Benson. Leading off the bottom of the third for the Bold Warriors, catcher number 7, Tate Sheehan. Sheehan steps in 0 for 1 today with a fly out to the left field. Their first pitch just misses inside for a ball. Some pretty good baseball so far today. The first game and a half or so. First game moved along pretty quickly. Finished about hour 35 or so. And already here in the bottom of the third, has 3 straight pitches missed the zone for Noah Nepperman. Falls behind the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the third. 3-0. As Tate watches that one for a called strike. Got to catch strike. It'll be a 5-pitch walk for Tate Sheehan. Now batting the pitcher, number 1, Hunter Melvin. Yeah, the announcer's a bit of a doofus, but, you know, you take what you can get. So the leadoff man reaches at first. Nobody out. Nepperman, the lefty. The runner's going down to second. The pitch is a strike. The throw down is not in time. Sliding in safely. Tate Sheehan with the stolen base. No balls and a strike to the batter. Hunter Melvin trying to help his own cause here with a runner in scoring position. Down a couple runs. Still early on here in this one. Bottom half of the third. Big cut there, quickly 0-2. Melvin struck out swinging his first time up for the second out in the first inning. On deck is Max Benson. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him in the inside cut piece. Now batting the center fielder, number 3, Max Benson. So Benson steps in, walked and stole a base in the first, was stranded at second. Runner at second, 1 out. Nepperman takes a long look at the runner at second. He's going down to third. This one's fouled straight back. A good jump by the runner, too. But he's going to retreat back to second. So Benson, he was on it as well. Just misfired a little bit, or couldn't quite line it up correctly. No balls and a strike. Runner at second, one down. After the meeting on the mound, this one's ripped. One hop to the shortstop. The runner already making his way to third, so they'll get the force out at first. Good play by the shortstop for the Springfield Tigers. Braden Sturm making the play. We're out number 2. Now batting the first baseman, number 6, Rylan Gass. Gass with a big spot here. Runner at third, 2 down. Warriors looking for a big 2-out hit. Trying to plate 1 run, cut that deficit in half. First pitch in this AB is wide, 1-0. Noah Nepperman checks the runner at third, the 1-0. Ground ball left side of the mound, scooped up by the shortstop. The throw is off, but the tag is there for the out. Heads up play by the first baseman, Aiden Moriarty. Able to adjust and apply the tag for the final out. In the bottom of the third for the Bold Warriors, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Do it for the Tigers in the top of the fourth. Brecken Heiling, Braden Sturm, and Jacob Knockreiner.
Sure. Leading off for Springfield, the center fielder, number 6, Brecken Heiling.
Great job by Anthony Dolan filling in for that announcement of the batter, Brecken Heiling. And a sack bunt in the second inning. Back-to-back strikes from the pitcher, Hunter Melvin. Here in the top of the fourth, still a pretty moderate breeze left to right from our vantage point from behind home plate. This one is dribbled up the first baseline foul. First base coach is catching some grief because he couldn't quite field that one cleanly. The 0-2. In the air, fouling out of play, straight back. This one lifted in the air, right to the left fielder. He's backing up. It's over his head. Heiling looking for 2. The throw comes in. He will be in there standing at second. As he gave that one a ride, kind of caught the left fielder off guard as it went over his head. Now batting the shortstop, number 15, Braden Sturm. So Sturm steps in. was a tricky one. I don't know how you score that one. Hit or an error. This one bunted beautifully just in front of home plate. They'll throw it down to third. The throw is not in time. Now batting the catcher, number 12, Jacob Knockreiner. And he throws up an error. We'll give him a double. Looking to bunt again. Knockreiner rolls it up the first baseline beautifully. That's going to score a run. A nice sacrifice bunt by Knockreiner. Plates Brecken Heiling from third. Also able to move Sturm up to second. Now batting. Back into the game for the Springfield Tigers, number 10, Russell Beers. Great to see Russell Beers re-enter the baseball game after dealing with the shoulder issue after diving back into first base on a pickoff attempt. Russell Beers is 1 for 1 today with a single. As the pitch runs inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Tigers with a run across, 1 out, runner at second. Ground ball right side, scooped by the first baseman. He'll step on the bag himself. The runner at second moves up 90 feet closer to third. 3 unassisted for Russell Beers back into the baseball game for the second out. Now batting the third baseman, number 5, Cade Knockreiner. Melvin's first pitch stays up for a ball. Knockreiner today 0 for 1, reached on an error and walked. Count goes to 2-0 after Melvin misfires on a couple of pitches to lead things off in this at-bat. Knockreiner able to reach. Jackson Ludwig will have a chance to bat. The 2-0. 3-0. Three balls, no strikes, 2 outs, runner at third. The pitch from Melvin. Right in there for a called strike. Melvin trying to battle back here. We're falling behind 3-0. As Cade takes a moment, steps back into the batter's box. Righty versus righty matchup here. The 3-1. In the air, down the right field line. Will it land fair or foul? Just foul by a foot or 2. Runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That one did not miss that foul line by much. But with that wind, it just gave it that little extra push into foul territory. Three balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. That gets away from the catcher, rolls towards the third base dugout, and that allows Braden Sturm to score from third. As Knockreiner walks up to first. Sturm scores on the pass ball. Now batting the second baseman, number 4, Jackson Ludwig. So Jackson steps in here. 0 for 1, had a sacrifice bunt in the third, struck out swinging in the first. First pitch to Jackson is high for a ball. One ball, no strikes. Throw down to first after the pitch is off the plate, and the throw down to first is a little off the mark, so back in safely is Knockreiner. Hitters count here for the cleanup hitter, Jackson Ludwig. Tigers already leading 4-0 after plating 2 more runs here in the fourth. That one's dropped in there by Melvin for a called strike. 2-1. Hunter Melvin to Jackson Ludwig. The 2-1. Runners going down to second. The throw, 1 hops, 2 hops, gets by the second baseman. Shortstop able to pick up the mess, but it'll be a stolen base. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes after the stolen base for Knockreiner. This is a big pitch right here from Melvin. It comes, and it's fouled straight back. Jackson right on it for the Springfield Tigers. Keeps this at-bat alive, keeps this inning alive with 2 outs. Let's do the 2-2 again. From Melvin to Ludwig. The pitch breaks in there, called strike 3. A nasty bender by Melvin closes out the top half of the fourth. But the Tigers played 2 more runs. They lead 4-0 as we move to the bottom of the fourth. In the top of the fourth for the Springfield Tigers, 2 runs, 1 hit, and 1 runner left on base. Due up for the Bold Warriors in the bottom of the fourth, Jack Kaiser, Owen Flan, and Hayden Edwards. Leading off the bottom of the fourth for the Bold Warriors, shortstop number 12, Jack Kaiser. Kaiser steps in to lead things off here in the bottom of the fourth. Takes a big hack at that one. Can't find it. Good pitch there by Noah Nepperman. Able to blow it by the batter. No balls and a strike. In the air, fouling out a play right side. Got a Minnesota Twins update for you. Twins trying to make it 12 wins in a row after picking up the victory yesterday over the Boston Red Sox. Currently down 1-0 early on in the bottom of the first. But the Twins are threatening with runners at second and third. As a big hack there, swing and a miss at the Irish yard for the first out. Kaiser swings through it. Now batting the left fielder, number 13, Owen Flan. And before I can even finish talking about the game here, looks like the Twins have tied it up. 1 apiece in the first. This one lifted in the air, fouling out of play, straight back. Boy, it is turning into an absolutely gorgeous day here at the Irish Yard as we had a little bit of cloud cover, some rainfall as this one's grounded up the third baseline foul. So Nepperman able to strike out the first batter, gets ahead of Owen flying here. No balls, 2 strikes. Nepperman and his defense yet to get a 1-2-3 inning. Off to a good start here with the first out. That pitch tried to tail back over the zone, but stayed inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Big cut there on the slide piece. Swung right on through it. Back-to-back strikeouts. Now batting the third baseman, number 10, Hayden Edwards. So Noah Nepperman starting to find his groove on the mound for the Tigers. This one, a little excuse me swing, fouled off to the netting right side. Nepperman working quickly. He gets set, ready to roll right away at the 0-1. Inside 1-1. One. Inside 2-1. Old Warriors trying to get some offense rolling. Noah Nepperman trying to close them down. That's right in there for a called strike. Count is evened up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nepperman with a chance to strike out the side. The 2-2. Good hold by the batter. That's a tough pitch to lay off of. But it does go to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here it comes. Grounded left side. And right under the glove of Braden Sturm. That'll trickle into left center field. And Hayden Edwards will reach on the error. Now batting the right fielder, number 15, Gavin Hammerschmidt. Into the game for the Bold Warriors. Instead of Gavin Hammerschmidt, we're going to have number 16, Emmett Flan. So Gavin Hammerschmidt, he was ready to hit. He was standing out there, but then we have made a change. It'll be Emmett Flan up to bat. Place of Gavin. First pitch called strike. No balls and a strike from Nepperman. With the runner at first, 2 down. They'll check the runner at first. Throw there. The tag is there, but back in safely is Hayden Edwards. So Emmett batting for the first time here today, the lefty versus lefty matchup. The 0-1 in the air, shallow, right center. It'll be the second baseman backing up a couple steps to secure out number 3. An efficient inning by Noah Nepperman at his defense as he faces 4, able to get 2 on a strike or on strikeouts and a pop up to close it out. In the bottom of the fourth for the Bold Warriors, no runs, no hits, one error, and one runner left on base. Due up for the Springfield Tigers in the top of the fifth, Aiden Moriarty, Noah Nepperman, and Lucas Milbrath. Leading off the top of the fifth for the Springfield Tigers, first baseman number 14, Aiden Moriarty. Back to baseball here at the top of the fifth. Aiden Moriarty to lead things off. 0 for 2 today. As he lifts this one, first pitch swinging, that might drop. No, center fielder playing pretty shallow. Able to make the play for the first out. One pitch, one out. Now batting the pitcher, number 16, Noah Nepperman. So Nepperman steps in for the third time today. Technically 0 for 0. Walked and hit by a pitch. Came around to score a run back in the second. First pitch is off the plate. Here comes the 1-0. This one is chopped off of Nepperman. He hits himself with the ball. So he's going to take a moment to reset. On deck for the Tigers, Lucas Milbrath. Good pitch there by Melvin. Able to find the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gets ahead of the batter, Noah Nepperman. The 1-2. That one runs well outside. Evens it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 from Melvin to Nepperman. Grounded right back towards the pitcher. Gets under his glove. Second baseman stabs it and throws over to first for the 4-3 putout. Now batting the left fielder, number 8, Lucas Milbrath. So Milbrath today reached on an error his first time up in the second. Came around to score. Most recently, grounded out to the first baseman on a 3-1 putout. First pitch in this AB runs low and inside, skips away from the catcher. 1 ball, no strikes. Big cut there. Can't connect as Milbrath evens it back up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hunter Melvin for the Bold Warriors. Been working pretty hard, but working quickly as, unfortunately, here he falls behind. 2 balls, 1 strike. Milbrath ready for the 2-1. Here it comes from Melvin, and that one catches the outside edge. Milbrath not a fan of that one. Kind of just shrugs the shoulders a little bit. Count is even, 2-2. The pitch just misses. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. To the batter, Lucas Milbrath. The pitch. That hits him. Milbrath will trot up to first. Now batting the center fielder, number 6, Brecken Heiling. Brecken will step in. 1 for 2 today. Had a double and scored back in the fourth. Actually, he's 1 for 1 today, as he also had a sacrifice bunt back in the second. First pitch in there at the knees for a called strike. No balls and a strike. Milbrath, the runner at first. 2 down. That catches the outside edge, and just like that, Brecken Heimling finds himself down. No balls, 2 strikes. Going to have to protect the plate here. On deck is Braden Sturm. He's hoping for a chance to bat. The pitch. Grounded up the third base line. That'll dribble towards the third base dugout. Foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Hunter Melvin takes a moment, takes a peek at the runner, comes home with it. That's high, 1-2. In the top of the fifth for the Springfield Tigers, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Due up the Bold Warriors in the bottom of the fifth, Nolan Brolick, Tate Sheehan, and Hunter Melvin.
Hanging curtains and painted black, the gave my high school coach a heart attack. 8 outs away from winning state, all I had to do was make no mistakes. And there it went like a Goodyear blimp over the right field wall in the sun fans mint. I was standing there on the mound with dirt, feeling hurt cause I blew it in the bottom of the field. Man, it's for kids. When your well runs dry and your time runs out, you can't quit. Get lit up quicker than the sky on the 4th of July. When you put it out there and lay it all on the line, just to lose it in the bottom of the fifth. She was my high school flame. I lost her too and I lost that day. But she was looking for the next big thing. Hit me hard, getting back that ring. So I turned that jockey up. Good God Almighty, some powerful stuff. Heartache seemed to fade away and you that gun straight. It's gone by the bottom of a fifth. Man, it's a kiss. When your well runs dry and your time runs out, you can't quit. Get lit up quicker than the sky on the 4th of July.
Leading off the bottom of the fifth for the Bold Warriors, second baseman number 5, Nolan Brolick. Brolick for Bold watches a pitch for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes from Noah Nepperman, working on his 5th inning of work for the Springfield Tigers. A 2-hopper to the second baseman. Toss over to first in time for 3 putout. Nice job by the second baseman, Jackson Ludwig, charging that one. Able to make the play. He sits back on that. Good chance the runner beats it. Back to the top of the order with the catcher, number 7, Tate Sheehan. So Tate will step in. Tate is 0 for 1 today. Flew out to the left fielder. Walked and stole a base, but was stranded at third. Back at the third. This one lifted right up in the air. First baseman, good job calling for it. Getting everybody away, and he'll secure the out. for out number 2. Now batting the pitcher, number 1, Hunter Melvin. First pitch, a strike. Big cut there. Catcher holds on. Nice job by Knockreiner on that nasty pitch as Melvin swings through it for the 3rd out. Quick 1, 2, 3 as we move to inning number 6. Springfield leading Bold 4-0. In the bottom of the 5th for the Bold Warriors. They go down in order 1, 2, 3. Due up for Springfield in the top of the 6th. Braden Sturm, Jacob Knockreiner, and Russell Beers. Go here. A little weird.
Have you heard Kayla Daniels' White Flag? She had her single released on iTunes.
Hey, she did?
It's pretty good. You want it?
Good for her. About time.
It's pretty good.
I'll
Want me to send it to you?
yeah. Send me a link.
Okay.
Is it Apple Music? You should be able to share songs.
Isn't that illegal?
Surprisingly, it's just going to share a link to the song.
It's pretty good. Kind of pinkish voice.
Yeah, this song's way too high for you guys.
Just like look at Grant's digging it. Loving it, Grant.
Try to find some new songs for this year. These are some pretty good hype songs, I feel. Yeah, baby. Appreciate everybody tuning in here throughout the day today. Got some early morning action, got some early afternoon action. Gonna have some middle afternoon action between Bold and Redwood Valley for game number 3. New pitcher for the Bold Warriors, now pitching number 3, Max Benson. It's like, is that 5?
Who's the song by? Some German artist we don't know the name.
This would be called Badadan by Chase and Status and Bo or something.
We saw you were loving it.
Now batting for the Springfield Tigers, shortstop number 15, Braden Sturm. First pitch in there for a called strike.
Brother from another.
Count is 2 balls and a strike. To the batter, Braden Sturm, now 3-1. As the new pitcher. Max Benson misfires a few times here. Falls behind 3 balls and a strike. To the number 9 hitter, Braden Sturm. Sturm today, 0 for 1. And he'll stay 0 for 1. As he was hit by a pitch and he walks here, he was able to reach on a fielder's choice and score back in the 4th. And now he'll jog up to first. Back to the top of the order with the catcher, number 12, Jacob Knockreiner. So Knockreiner today, he's 0 for 2, had a sacrifice bunt, also an RBI. Runner at first. Called strike right at the knees, outside edge. Pitch is low for a ball. The throw down to second gets away from the middle infielders. It'll be a stolen base for Braden Sturm.
Oh, for sure.
As the count goes to 2 balls and a strike, Knockreiner. You look at the batting line of 0 for 2. Doesn't look too great, but he was able to drive in a run on one of those ground balls and moved a runner over with a sacrifice bunt. Here he swings through it. Evens up the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. With Braden Sturm standing in scoring position, standing at second base. Tigers leading here in the top half of the 6th, 4-0. Tigers were the home team in the first game. They're the away team here in game number 2. As Knockreiner able to watch that one go wide for a ball, 3-2. After this one, the Tigers will be done, and then it'll be the Bold Warriors and Redwood Valley Cardinals facing off in the 3rd and final game here at the Irish Yard for this Saturday. And that'll be ball 4. Knockreiner draws a walk. Now batting, number 10, Russell Beers. First pitch is off the plate for a ball. Tigers trying to add a couple more insurance runs, up by 4 here in the 6th inning. Back-to-back pitches stay out of the zone, 2-0. Beers today is 1 for 2, got a single in the first. Grounded out to the first baseman back in the 4th. The 2-0. 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes after the meeting on the mound. Runners at first and second. The pitch right at the belt, called strike. Now batting the third baseman, number 5, Cade Knockreiner. So Knockreiner steps in after another walk issued. Three straight walks and an opening ball. High and away to the batter, Knockreiner. Knockreiner today is 0 for 1. Reached on an error in the third, also walked a couple times so far today. Ground ball right side. They'll throw it home for the force. The catch is there. The foot is on home plate. And they do get the force out. 3-2. Fielder's choice as Knockreiner reaches first. Everybody else moves up a bag, and Braden Sturm is tagged or forced out at home. Now batting the second baseman, number 4, Jackson Ludwig. First pitch to Ludwig is off the plate, just a little high. Ludwig today looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 2, had a sacrifice bunt in the third. A strikeout swinging in the first and a strikeout looking in the fourth. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch, ground ball left side. Shortstop's going to have to charge it. Get the force out at first. The throw is there in time for the out. It will be an RBI for Ludwig as he does get the run home from third. We'll have runners at second and third with 2 outs. Now batting the first baseman, number 14, Aiden Moriarty. So the new pitcher, Max Benson, surrenders 1 run, but he has a chance to leave a couple runners stranded in scoring position here with 2 outs. The 1-0. It's high 2-0. As Moriarty today, he's 0 for 3. He's got to fly out to the center fielder a couple times. Also a ground ball to the shortstop, a fielder's choice back in the third. The 2-0. Lifted in the air right side, fouling out of play. 2-1. Two balls and a strike. The pitch in there for a called strike. Benson evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runners on base. Tigers leading by 5. Trying to add a couple more here. The 2-2. Fouled back. Count remains 2-2. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three-two pitch from Benson. In the air, right side. Gave it a ride, but that'll reach the ditch out of play. Just beyond the batter, or the batting cage. I'm going to say batter's box. I know that wasn't right. Definitely not the bullpen. the batting cage. 3-2, the pitch. Swings at that one, gets away from the catcher. They're going to have to get the out at first. The throw comes down. Oh my, they make the play. Saves a run from coming across. Great throw by the catcher on down to first. A K2-3 putout. And it'll close out the top half of the sixth, but the Tigers add another run. They lead 5-0. In the top of the sixth for the Springfield Tigers, they add 1 run. No hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. Do it for the Bold Warriors in the bottom of the sixth. Max Benson, Ryland Gass, and Jack Kaiser.
Leading off for the Warriors, the pitcher, number 3, Max Benson. Little slow roller to the pitcher here. Throw to first, not in time. Max will be safe at first. I am your backup announcer while Josh uses the facilities really quick.
What was that, a hit or an error?
I think it was a hit.
All right, hit. Now batting the first baseman, number 6, Ryland Gass.
I don't know. It was chopped up on hard plate. Almost.
This one lifted in the air, fouling out of play. Ouch! It hit the roof of a press box. No balls and a strike. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike after they throw it on to first. Runner is back in safely. Max Benson at first. Nobody out. Bottom half of the sixth. Tigers leading 5-0. As the batter, Ryland Gass. Uh-oh, we're caught in a pickle. Nope. Oh, it gets away from the first baseman, and that'll be a stolen base for Max Benson. So I suppose not a stolen base. That'll be an E3.
He took off.
Stolen base. Ground ball left side, gets there to the shortstop on a few hops. Throw down, another strong throw by the shortstop, Braden Sturm, to secure the out. Now batting the second baseman, number 12, Jack Kaiser. So the runner does move up to third on the ground ball to the shortstop. Warriors trying to manufacture at least one run here in the sixth. As Jack Kaiser lifts it, fouling out of play right side. Having a very heated discussion here in the press box, trying to figure out what's a hit, what's an error. We got all sorts of baseball players here up in the press box, and that's what makes baseball so beautiful. Is you just beautiful. So baseball is you just don't know sometimes. Ball and a strike to the batter, Jack Kaiser. 1 for 2 today with a single and a strikeout. Takes a big hack there on a low pitch. Can't connect. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to the batter, Jack Kaiser. Owen Flan on deck. Nepperman deals. Swing and a miss for strike number 3 and out number 2. Now batting the left field at number 13, Owen Flan. First pitch runs inside for a ball from Nepperman. Nepperman working pretty efficiently. With 8 strikeouts so far this afternoon. As this one is fouled up the third base line. Ground ball left side. Shortstop gloves it. Throw down to first. It's a low throw, but scooped down beautifully by Aiden Moriarty. 6-3 put out. And it closes out this chance for the Bold Warriors as they'll leave another runner stranded, this time at third base. In the bottom of the 6th for the Bold Warriors. No runs, 1 hit. No errors. And 1 runner left on base. Due up for the Tigers in the top of the 7th, Noah Nepperman, Lucas Milbrath, and Brecken Heiling. Leading off the top of the 7th for the Springfield Tigers, the pitcher number 16, Noah Nepperman. So Noah Nepperman will step in to lead things off here in the top half of the 7th. Tigers leading 5-0 as Nepperman watches the first pitch from Max Benson inside and low for a ball. Tigers pitching has been consistent here in both games. Chance to throw back-to-back shutouts as Benson misfires here. Two balls, no strikes. 3-0. So a 5-pitch walk for Noah Nepperman. Now batting the left fielder, number 8, Lucas Milbrath. Milbrath steps in after the Nepperman walk. Nepperman pretty solid at the plate there, or here today. He's walked twice, was also hit by a pitch, scored a run. So he's just 0 for 1 with that ground out. Big swing by Milbrath. Milbrath today is 0 for 2, reached on an error in the second, came around to score. Grounded out to the first baseman in the third, and was hit by a pitch. So 0 for 2 today, as ouch. Hopefully everybody's okay after that one. Catcher's going to be a little shaken up, so the home plate umpire is going to take his time and hand the ball off to the pitcher. Just gives the catcher a chance to kind of regain himself. And it looks like he is A-OK. Lucas Milbrath behind in the count. No balls, 2 strikes as Max Benson deals. High and away for a ball. Tigers with this 5-run lead, looking to add to it with the runner at first. Nobody out as Benson gets set from the stretch position. The pitch is low and away for a ball, 2-2. Pitch gets away from the catcher off the tip of his glove, and that allows Noah Nepperman to reach second base. Was that a wild pitch or a passed ball? I would have caught it. Never actually caught a game in my life, so I probably would have missed about 90% of the pitches so far here today. 3 balls, 2 strikes, runner at second. That's low for ball 4. Back-to-back walks. Benson struggling to find the zone a little bit here today. The end of the game for the Springfield Tigers. Replacing Brecken Heiling is number 1, Caden Anderson. So Caden Anderson steps in. Chance to bat here. Looks at a first pitch strike. Anderson has done a couple of pinch run / courtesy run opportunities, but chance to bat here with a couple runners on, leading by 5. That's right at the belt for a called strike. Quickly 0-2 from Max Benson. Still nobody out here in the top half of the 7th. Caden Anderson batting in the number 8 spot in the order, with Braden Sturm on deck. Due to bat it anyways. We'll see if they decide to shuffle in a couple other players. Called strike 3. Watches that one blow right by him for the first out. Now batting the shortstop, number 15, Braden Sturm. So Sturm steps in. 0 for 1 today. Walked, hit by a pitch, reached it on a fielder's choice, came around to score. Pitch is inside from Benson, 1-0. It's a pretty good crowd for a Saturday, as the regular crowd shuffles in. And Sturm gets drilled for the hit by pitch, his second HBP here in this one. And that'll load up the bases. Back to the top of the order with the catcher, number 12, Jacob Knockreiner. So Knockreiner here today, grounded out, had an RBI ground out, a sacrifice bunt, most recently walked and scored back in the 6th inning. Here he swings at the first pitch, high fly ball, shallow left field, shortstop backing up, moves a little bit to his right, then back to his left, and grabs it for the second out. Here's number 10, Russell Beers. First pitch strike. Called right at the knees to Beers. Beers today had a single in the first, then he had to be replaced as he had a shoulder issue diving back to first base on a pickoff attempt. But then he re-entered the game. He's had a couple more at-bats, grounded out to the first baseman in the 4th, and walked, but was stranded at 3rd back in the 6th. Ball's behind in the count here. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. The pitch. Called strike 3 on the very outside edge. As we move to the bottom of the 7th, last chance for the Bold Warriors, down 5-0. In the top of the 7th for the Springfield Tigers, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 3 runners left on base. Last chance for the Bold Warriors here in the bottom of the 7th. Due up, Hayden Edwards, Emmett Flan, and Nolan Brolick. Last chance for the Bold Warriors, leading off the bottom of the 7th. Third baseman number 10, Hayden Edwards. Hayden Edwards steps in, as the Warriors need to score 5 to keep this one rolling, 6 to walk it off. First pitch, strike from Nepperman. Second pitch, low for a ball. One, lined right back up the middle, gets by the pitcher. Second baseman covers and throws over to first on the 4-3 putout. Hayden Edwards is down for the first out. Now batting number 16, Emmett Flan. So Flan steps in, replaced Gavin Hammerschmidt back in the fourth. Batting for the second time here after he flew out to the second baseman his first time up. The 0-1. Quickly 0-2. Noah Nepperman pounding the strike zone right now. Trying to force the Bold Warriors to put the ball in play. The 0-2. Bender called strike 3. Nasty pitch. Catches the inside part of the zone for the second out. Here's number 5, Nolan Braulick. Almost forgot to turn on the big boy microphone here at the stadium. 1 ball, no strikes. It's actually the same microphone. Just different feed. So Nepperman, after getting 2 quick outs, falls behind the number 9 batter here in Braulick. 2 balls, no strikes. Braulick today 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out to the second baseman. Here's the 2-0. Bender just stays inside this time. Oops. I accidentally threw up a strike there. And that's a 4-pitch walk. Back to the top of the order with the catcher, number 7, Tate Sheehan. So a runner reaches first base, 2 outs. Bottom half of the 7th. Tate today is 0 for 2. Fouled out to the first baseman, flew out to the left fielder. Walked and stole a base as well, but he was stranded at third. Back in the third. Called strike here on the outside edge. No balls and a strike. Coming up after this one, we're going to have the Bold Warriors taking on the Redwood Valley Cardinals. This one lifted in the air, down the third baseline into left field. That'll bloop in there for a solid base knock. Runners at first and second. 2 down. Now batting the shortstop, number 1, Hunter Melvin. Melvin steps in. He is 0 for 3 today. 3 strikeouts, all swinging. He's due for a hit here. Right at the belt. Watch as it go by for a called strike. That would have been a good one to piece up. He's hoping he can get another one just as good at some point in this at-bat. The 0-1. Lifts it in the air. Will it make it beyond the third baseman? It will. Another bloop single for the Bold Warriors. And just like that, bases loaded. 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th. Now batting number 3, Max Benson. Bases loaded. Benson today. 1 for 2 with a walk, a single. Couple stolen bases. As he fouls this one straight back. No balls and a strike. The 0-1. Outside. Here comes the 1-1 from Nepperman. Grounded foul towards the third base dugout. And the Bold Warriors are down to their last strike. Benson able to reach. Ryland Gass will have a chance to keep this rally attempt alive. Nepperman trying to close down this rally attempt. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that'll close this one out. A nice strikeout with the exclamation. As the Tigers with another shutout, 5-0. That's a final here at the Irish Yard as the Springfield Tigers top the Bold Warriors. Final score 5-0. Stick around for game number 3 of the day between the Bold Warriors and the Redwood Valley Cardinals. Special thank you to all the Springfield fans for hanging out throughout the day today. We definitely invite you to stick around for the final game. If not, we do wish you safe travels on your way back home. If you'd like a bite to eat or an ice cold beverage before you go, you're more than welcome to do so. Final score one more time here in game number 2. Springfield 5, Bold 0.